Why didn't it bother you? It would bother the average person.
Well, I'm not the average person.
Back with another video. I'm outside. I'm like never outside. I'm always doing videos inside. But this video is part 2 of the series Understanding People Better. And it's on projection. My first one was on ego. Go check it out if you haven't watched it already. But this one is on projection. So what's projection? When I say projection, I'm not talking about a projector. Okay, I'm talking about psychological projection. So when you see something, you project your inner thoughts, feelings, or ideals onto it a lot of times without even knowing it. So if you see a stranger, you're going to project, you won't really see that person for them. You'll see them through your lens, through your thoughts and your beliefs about life. So if you see like a homeless guy and you're like, oh my God, why don't he get a job? Or he seems kind of broke. Or you might say, I feel bad for him. At the end of the day, you don't know what he's going through, but you'll just come up with certain things based on, what you know is possible. For example, you might say, he probably doesn't really work or anything. He's probably lazy. That's why he's begging people for money. But in reality, maybe he actually had an injury that caused him to not be able to work. And there's no programs to help him out, financially. So now he has to ask people for money. But since you deep down feel bad about ever going broke, you're going to project that onto him, and you're going to put that negativity and that you'll put that animosity onto him because that's something that you don't want to see in yourself. So you're going to project that onto him and assume that, he probably just doesn't try to look for work. He's just lazy. That's why he's begging for money. And a lot of times projection helps us in bad ways and good ways. I mean, good ways, it helps us kind of save time, as in we make assumptions about things really quickly. We just project it out because we don't really have time to be figuring every single thing out in our environment because we have our own issues, our own list of things to do throughout the day. So as we go about our day, we just see the world through our lens. We just project our feelings onto and thoughts onto things. But when you say that, he's lazy, that homeless guy is lazy, he doesn't know to get a job, or he's too lazy to get a job. Really, you're saying that I don't ever want to go broke. So I'm going to vilify him. I'm going to assume a certain thing about him because it must be that way. Because me personally, I don't want to ever go through being broke. And the only way I know of somebody ever going broke is that they don't look for a job or they don't look for work. You want to be careful with projection because you're always viewing things through your lens, and your lens is always biased because it's coming from you. Try to view everything as objectively as possible. And when you see people, when you see things, situations, look at the thing. I almost fell. Look for the thing for how it actually is. If you meet somebody, look at them for how they actually are. If how they act or how they maneuver and how their mannerisms, if that reminds you of somebody else, that's fine. But stick to this person in particular. They might look like somebody that you know, and you might project that other person's qualities onto them and assume they're like that other person, or they might smell like somebody you know, or they might listen to the same music as somebody you know. But you got to be careful with that. And nobody's perfect at this. I project too. I project too. If I see someone wearing weird clothing, I'll project. I'm like, for my reality, if somebody's wearing baggy jeans, for example, I'm like, who wears baggy jeans in 2020? But if it was 2004, I wouldn't be saying anything because that was what's in style. But maybe he likes to wear baggy jeans. People are deeper than you think. When you see somebody, you're seeing only a part of them, a side of them. You don't know what they go through. You don't know what anxieties they have. You don't know what kind of health conditions they have. You don't know what kind of mental conditions they might have. You just don't know their life experiences. So, yeah, I'm out here. The birds are singing. They're singing to me. They're saying subscribe to Jem Chulo. Hit that red button. Subscribe. There's a psychologist named Carl Jung. He's really popular. Very well-known psychologist. Carl Jung said that we have our personas, which is how we present ourselves to people in the world. And then we have our shadow self, which are characteristics and things about us that we don't realize that we have. Like, for example, somebody might think that they're pretty chill and whatnot, but others notice that this person has like an anger problem. Like, this person, when they get mad, or if a little inconvenience happens, they're gonna get really angry for like no reason, or their voice will get really, really strong. And this person won't realize it, but in actuality, they have a shadow self. They have a hidden version of them that's angry about something. They have a hidden version of them that gets angry very easily, but they don't even notice it because they're just so used to being to viewing themselves through their own lens. So they could be saying something that to others sounds aggressive and like the tonality is really aggressive, but to him, it's like he thinks he's just speaking regularly. So the shadow self are characteristics that you don't notice about yourself, and that you kind of just push away, and that it takes a lot of objectivity in your part to look into yourself and understand and see yourself through an objective lens. And your ego might not want that, because you want to paint yourself as good all the time, but it's very key in order to understanding your shadow self. And then lastly, you have the ego, which I already went over. Go check out that video. And then you have the self, which is you holistically, which is you including all those other parts. The self, like the true self, your true self is just your authentic self, the real you, and without too many societal influences, really just you and your inner voice that speaks out. That's like your true self. That's the end of this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Email me if you have any questions. I will gladly answer them. I love the emails you guys are sending me. Shout out to the new subscribers. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe right now. It's free. I don't charge for you to subscribe. So enjoy yourselves. Take care of yourselves. Peace.